Hey, you've just stepped into the Caring Corner, where life's caregiving challenges meet a whole lot of heart and a dash of sass. I'm Mischelle O'Neill, and I'm here to serve up insights, inspiration, and real life tools to help you navigate caring for your kids and aging loved ones without forgetting about you. Expect everything from time management hacks and emotional wellness strategies to technology tips sprinkled with humor and tenacity. Are you ready? Let's get to it. In the heart of caregiving, amidst the daily rituals of care, medication, and constant vigilance, it's all too easy to lose ourselves. We're immersed in the needs, emotional turmoil, and physical demands, often forgetting to come up for air. And we take on burdens, some that are ours to bear and others that are not, driven by a profound desire to help, heal, and be there in every possible way. But in this noble pursuit, we're often caught in a storm of expectations and beliefs that may not always serve us or our loved ones best. Hi, I'm Mischelle O'Neill, and you are on the Caring Corner. Now, there's a delicate balance between giving and receiving, which often tips overwhelmingly towards giving when we're caregivers. We assault ourselves with a slew of expectations, accepting the weight of responsibilities that may lead us to emotional and physical exhaustion. Misguided beliefs whisper to us that prioritizing our needs or carving out time for relationships beyond our caregiving roles is an act of selfishness. This, my friend, couldn't be further from the truth. The roles that we pride ourselves on, dedicated caregiver, loyal friend, attentive family member, they begin to blur the lines of our identity, and you drift away from the people who have been your pillars, not out of neglect, but out of misplaced belief that caregiving duties supersede everything else. But the truth is that nurturing our relationship, those beautiful connections that sustain us, is not just an additional part of our lives, it's fundamental, as essential as the air we breathe. Now, many of us navigating the caregiving journey find ourselves at this crossroad where the choice seems to be between caring for our loved ones and nurturing our other relationships. But here's the truth: choosing doesn't have to be the solution. We can and must weave the threads of connection into the fabric of our caregiving lives. It's about finding that sweet spot where caring for others and caring for ourselves actually coexist, not in competition, but in harmony. The journey of caregiving is one marked by unnoticed sacrifices. It's a path where we often pour our time, energy, and heart into the well being of our loved ones, sometimes unknowingly at the cost of our personal connections. This isn't just a consequence of caregiving, it's a persistent challenge weaving its way into what it means to care for one another. It brings layers of emotional fatigue, guilt, and a relentless tug of war between our duties to those we care for and for ourselves. So, let's take a moment to look at a story that mirrors the silent battles many of us in our community face. Now, Jessica, that's her name for the sake of privacy, is a dedicated caregiver to her aging mother. She shared how her caregiving responsibilities began to actually cast a shadow over her relationship with her spouse. What used to be conversations filled with laughter and dreams slowly turned into quick exchanges about schedules and medical appointments. The intimacy and connection that once defined their relationship was disappearing, overshadowed by the pressing needs of caregiving. Jessica's experience is, well, it's a heartbreaking illustration of the reality in which many caregivers live. It highlights a struggle that often, well, goes unseen. The gradual distancing from loved ones, not out of neglect, but out of a sense of overwhelming responsibility to another. This distancing isn't merely physical, it's emotional, a slow destruction of the bonds that once secured us to our sense of self and the people who matter most. But you know what? Jessica's story doesn't end there, and neither does ours. It serves as a powerful reminder, a call to action to recognize our silent struggles in maintaining the bonds that bring us joy and comfort. It's about acknowledging that while caregiving is an act of love, it shouldn't come at the expense of the love that we share with others. So, so let's explore the challenges and the paths to overcome them. It's time to uncover strategies that help us balance the scales and ensure that while we care for our loved ones, we nurture the relationships that sustain us. The goal here isn't just to cope, but to thrive and find joy and fulfillment in our caregiving responsibilities and our personal lives. Navigating the waters of caregiving doesn't mean we have to give up our relationships. Absolutely not. Today, as we focus on how to weave love and connection into our caregiving routines graciously, it is especially touching as we approach Valentine's Day, a time where gestures of love hold even more significance. So let's start by talking about practical time management. It all begins with intentionality. Consider the power of scheduling regular check-ins or date nights with our significant other or close friends. Why not plan a special date night at home? It doesn't have to be elaborate. A simple candlelight dinner or dancing to your favorite songs or watching a movie together can reignite the flames of togetherness. It's about quality, not quantity. Making those moments count can bridge the emotional distance that caregiver responsibilities may have created. Another is quality over quantity. How meaningful our connections are rather than how many we have is more important. Finding activities that allow for genuine engagement, for instance, working on a shared hobby or project can be incredibly fulfilling. Consider creating something together, a photo album of your favorite memories, or a playlist of songs that you love, or even cooking a new recipe together. These shared experiences can fortify your bonds, transforming even the briefest moments into meaningful connections. Another one is communication. Communication is key. So, open, honest communication forms the core of any strong relationship. Discussing the realities of caregiving with your loved ones can foster a deeper understanding and empathy. Take the opportunity to express not just your love, but also your appreciation for their support and understanding. A heartfelt letter, a sincere conversation, or even a simple thank you note can make a significant impact, reinforcing your mutual support system. How about leveraging technology? In our digital age, technology offers numerous ways to stay connected, especially across distances. Video calls, virtual movie nights, and online games are just a few clicks away. Consider watching a romantic movie together online or organizing a virtual game night with other couples or friends. These technological bridges can help maintain the emotional closeness vital for nurturing relationships. But let me say, in person is always best. All right, how about embracing small acts of love? Sometimes the smallest gesture speaks louder. Leaving love notes, sending surprise texts, or even making a special playlist for your loved one can create joy and affection. Remember those old songs that just remind you of the beginning of your relationship or something special? Now, this Valentine's Day, let these small acts of love remind you of the beauty and strength of your relationships despite the challenges of caregiving. How about creating new traditions? I love doing this. I've done this multiple times with family and with my daughter. Caregiving can offer an opportunity to create new traditions that accommodate your current lifestyle. This could be as simple as starting a weekly gratitude jar where you both write down things that you're thankful for. And why don't you pull it out and read them together on Valentine's Day, or establish a monthly dreams and goals discussion to stay aligned and connected with each other's aspirations? Look, as we navigate the demanding paths of caregiving, let's remember that our relationships require attention and nurturing and love to flourish. This Valentine's Day and every day, let's commit to cultivating these gardens of love and respect, ensuring that the bonds that we cherish continue to grow and strengthen, even in the busiest times. In the middle of all these tasks and responsibility, there's one person whose needs are often overlooked. Hey, I'm talking about yours. This oversight isn't due to negligence, but rather a testament to your dedication. However, to continue being the pillar of support for others, turning some of that care inward is not just beneficial, it's imperative. Self love and resilience are like two sides of the same coin. One feeds into the other, creating a cycle of strength that supports your caregiving duties and your personal growth and happiness. Here are some tangible ways to incorporate these practices into your daily life, ensuring that you remain at the top of your caregiving game. Mindful moments. I talk about this often. Dedicate a few moments each day to mindfulness. It's about giving yourself the space to breathe and center. Why not extend this practice to include self affirmations focused on love and gratitude? Acknowledging your effort and the love you pour into caregiving can reinforce your self worth and resilience. How about tea time for the soul? Sometimes the simplest act offers the most incredible comfort. Allowing yourself to enjoy a cup of tea in silence can be a sacred ritual, a moment of pause in your busy day. Use this time to reflect on your well being, dream, or simply just savor the tea's warmth. Let it be a hug in a cup, reminding you of the warmth and the care you deserve. How about Self Care Sunday or any day? Designate a day for self care. It doesn't have to be elaborate. Read a book, taking a long bath, or engaging in a hobby can rejuvenate your spirit. And for Valentine's Day, consider treating yourself to something special, a token of appreciation for your incredible work. It could be as simple as buying yourself flowers or indulging in a special favorite treat like chocolate. And now, why not connect and share? Sharing your experiences with friends or a support group can lighten your emotional load. It's also a chance to receive the care and support that you extend so freely to others. Reach out to someone you trust, share your journey, and allow yourself to receive love and support in return. Remember, self love isn't selfish, it's the foundation upon which your caregiving rests. By nurturing your well being, you're ensuring your ability to care for others and honoring the love and dedication that you bring to your role every day. Cherish and care for the most important person in your caregiving journey. Hey, I'm talking about you. Every once in a while, I get questions. And so I wanted to start this new segment of questions and answering those questions for you. So the first question I have, and I'm only doing two, is Michelle, how do you find the strength to maintain your identity and personal interest when caregiving seems to consume every aspect of your life? I'm struggling to remember who I was before becoming a caregiver. Wow, I have heard this multiple times in different ways. And here's what I say to you. This is such an important question and one many caregivers struggle with. Remember, your identity and personal interests aren't lost. Your caregiving responsibilities simply happen to overshadow them right now. Finding strength starts with permitting yourself to prioritize your needs and interests, even if it's just a small way initially. Begin by setting aside a few moments each day for an activity that brings you joy or reconnects you to your sense of self. It could be reading, gardening, painting, or anything that reminds you of you as a person outside of your caregiving role. Also, consider joining a hobby group or a class that meets regularly. This not only reintroduces you to your interests, but reconnects you with others who share them, providing a support system outside of your caregiving duties. It's a step by step journey, but each step towards embracing your personal interest strengthens your identity and embraces and enriches your caregiving with a more fulfilled and balanced you. Another question says, I've noticed my relationship with my spouse has become more functional than romantic since I took on caregiving. How can we bring back the intimacy and connection we seem to have lost? Well, it's common for relationships to shift into a more functional dynamics under the weight of caregiving responsibilities. And rekindling intimacy and connection starts with open, honest conversations and communications about your feelings and the changes that you both notice. Schedule regular, uninterrupted time together, even if it's just a short walk or a coffee date in your living room to focus solely on each other without discussing caregiving duties. Did you hear that? To focus solely on each other without discussing caregiving duties. Use this time to share your thoughts and dreams and appreciation for each other. You might also consider establishing new rituals or traditions that celebrate your relationships, such as writing love notes or planning surprise gestures or revisiting places that hold special memories. Intimacy is nurtured in these shared moments and gestures of love, reminding you both of the bond that you share beyond the roles that you currently navigate. Look, as we end today's episode, I want to reiterate that caregiving at its core is an act of profound love and devotion. Yet it's crucial to remember that this journey, rich with sacrifice and selflessness, should not surpass all your other relationships that nurture your soul. The art of caregiving is about caring for others and building strong and supportive connections, including deep bonds with our loved ones and, importantly, with ourselves. This Valentine's Day, let it be a reminder that love in all its forms is the cornerstone of caregiving. It's what motivates us, sustains us, and yes, sometimes challenges us. But amidst these challenges lies the opportunity for incredible growth and deeper connection. Strengthening these bonds, cultivating self love, and building resilience are not just beneficial aspects of the caregiving journey, they are essential, life affirming reasons that empower us to give the best of ourselves to those in our care. You are not in this journey alone. The Caring Corner is a testament to the strength of shared experiences. If today's episode resonated with you and sparked a thought, feeling, or question, I urge you to carry that spark forward. Subscribe to the Caring Corner and share this podcast with someone who, like you, understands the beauty and complexity of caregiving. Let's continue to explore the depth of caregiving to uncover the strategies, stories, and the hearts that make this journey so uniquely profound. And remember, stay tuned for more episodes where we'll continue to dive deep into the heart of caregiving together, fostering a community where every caregiver finds strength, understanding, and a sense of belonging. Until next time, take care. All right, that's a wrap for today at the Caring Corner. We've tackled some big topics, but remember, you're not in this alone. Subscribe to keep the wisdom and warmth coming, and stay tuned for amazing guests who'll be joining us to help round out your caregiving toolkit. Catch you next time and keep conquering those challenges.